well, the first episode of a new stream format kind of thing, stream series, irregularly happening in the future, I guess. Every now and then, I'm gonna do these cozy, comfy couch live streams. I think I'm gonna call them. It's a nice title, I think. Um, I hope you can hear me properly. If not, please tell me because I'm using a selfie stick right now, and I'm basically sitting in my living room, chilling and everything. And yeah, just wanted to do this for relaxation in a way. And sometimes I think it's a good idea to just take a little break from everyday life and just relax, chill, sit, and yeah, Melbo's copy. I think that is the better pronunciation. Hi, moin. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, hi, hi. How are you doing? Yeah. Was a pretty spontaneous stream, so you haven't missed any announcement. Don't you worry. It was a spontaneous idea that I had, and yeah, I like these kinds of guerrilla live streams, so to speak, unannounced and everything. And oftentimes these live streams also happen at a different time of day compared to my official live streams, because I think this way I can also give other viewers the chance to tune into live streams if they have the chance, the time, and they want to, of course, and just hang out a little bit. Yeah, that's basically the purpose of this. Um, we'll see. I prepared myself a little cacao, chocolate drink. Mm. Like this. It's tasty. It's comfy. And there's a fly in my. Wow. There's a little fly in my cacao. Why? I have to get rid of that. Sorry. Ah. What are the odds? Fuck. Where do I get that? Okay, well. This is ridiculous. This is my, where is it? That's my cacao. And I had to get rid of the fly in there by that. By using that stuff thingy. I don't know what it is actually. This is also the first live stream out of my new living room, basically, because I actually moved into this flat in early July this year, and yeah, haven't streamed from here before, so this is something new for me, and it's really comfy, cozy, the way I like it, and the way you like it as well. So feel free to grab a cup of coffee, a mug of cacao, or whatever, chocolate drinks, and whatever you like, hot or cold, both suffice. And yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask them, and let's just hang out a little bit, shall we? So it's a comparatively large room, and that is why it may echo a little bit. You may be able to hear that, but I hope it's okay. Yeah. Actually, got some fireplace going on back in the, on the TV screen. It's not a real one, unfortunately, but it works. It works for what it is. So, yeah. Yesterday I recorded, I think, like the raw file was 1.5 hours of material, which was pretty much doing a German language advent calendar for you guys, which of course will start on December 1st and run consecutively through to December 24th, which is Heiligabend, and Christmas Eve. And it was much fun recording that, to be honest. Was a little bit exhausting, because I filmed that all in one go. but it was fun. Don't want to complain. I don't want to complain. Um, so yeah, I basically cut the first 6 episodes of that already, and I'm gonna do the rest of them in the following days, so that maybe everything is set up and planned accordingly when December arrives. We'll see. Yes, yes, yes. Also, I'm really, really glad and I'm happy that the 2 recent Rammstein videos are doing quite well for my standards. Um, can't complain, I'm pretty happy with that. You guys seem to enjoy them, and that's really cool. That's really motivating. It's really really nice and sophisticated comments, actually, with other ideas about the lyrics than the ones that I came up with on the fly, because I basically reacted to the song and the music video when it was released, and then I also filmed a lyric analysis video. And yeah, it's a really really cool song, very thought provoking. Really enjoy that. So that's always cool. And will it be the last song by the band ever? Who knows? Who knows? I hope not. But and I don't think so. I mean, Paul Landers, the guitarist, actually said no. It's not the end of the band right now because we still enjoy doing this. I basically quoted him in those 2 videos, and so I don't think it will be the end of the band necessarily. But they all get older, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a thing. So I guess also for the physically very demanding spots within the band, e.g., or especially the drummer, Christoph Schneider, I guess it also comes down to those spots and those band members when a band decides on, should we continue? Should we just like record things in the studio and not, go on tour anymore because we can't handle it physically because we're not that young anymore? Or, yeah, can I still do it? Same with Porcupine Tree, one of my favorite bands of all time. And they reunited last year, surprisingly to the whole world, basically, because not even their management knew at the time that they were recording, or they had been recording, a new album on and off throughout the past 10 years. It's really crazy, and sounds strange to say it, but thanks to lockdown and the pandemic, thanks in inverted commas, of course, they actually got around to finish the album and to release it. And they got on tour, and I saw them live in early November with my dad, which was awesome. We went to the show in Oberhausen, and we're gonna go to the show in Bonn next year. And same with them. Gavin Harrison, their drummer, was one of the, most, well, prestigious and most famous, most renowned, maybe, drummers in the world in that field in progressive music nowadays. He also said, I don't know if I still can handle this at like 63. I think he's like 58 or 59 at the moment. So same with Danny Carey of Tool, of course. He's 60, I think, or 59, and yeah, doesn't get easier. So if you have the chance, go see them live. Rammstein as well, of course. Uh, uh, uh. So, basically changed the chat settings. I don't know what time is it in your place, I wonder, because in Germany it is basically 20 minutes to 1 a.m. 1 p.m. Sorry, not 1 a.m. 1 p.m. 13 Uhr. And yeah, it's pretty early, like for my live streams, because usually I do them at 9 p.m. in the evening, but now it's like almost 1 p.m. Not even that. So maybe some of you guys from other parts of the world will have a chance to tune in now or later on, of course, because this stream will, of course, also remain online after it's finished, after I'm done. So, Annette Lamour, hi! Nice to see you again. Yeah, long time no see, indeed. Thanks for tuning in, Annette. How are you doing? That's so cool. Hi. She's from Germany. Thought about like doing like this little comfy, cozy couch stream today and start a new unregular or irregular live stream series with that I'm gonna do every now and then. Maybe also rather, on the weekend and earlier in the day compared to my other live streams. So other people may have, like people from other parts of the world may have a chance to tune in as well when I'm live and ask questions and everything. That's basically the idea. And it's really comfy, cozy, I like it. Tobi, hi. Also ich komme aus Tortuga, alles klar. Was machst du denn da? Ah. Good, I've been in Turkey with my fiance. Ah, congratulations. So I've been back and forth a lot recently. I see. Hope you're having a great time. Never been to Turkey, but I've heard great things about it, like regarding sightseeing and everything, Istanbul and different places there that are really impressive. Really damn impressive. By the way, I don't know if you can hear the crackling of the fire in the background, because as I said before, there's a fireplace thingy going on my TV. It's not real, but it's still cozy, And no more Florida, I'm in New Mexico now. Ah, awesome. Feel free to greet Albuquerque from me. I really wanted to go there at some point, and check out maybe a couple of the filming locations for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and El Camino at some point, including the Los Pollos Hermanos restaurant. I'm in Santa Fe. Ah, awesome. Awesome. The house lady will cuss you out. Okay. That's nice that you found the time to tune in again. That's really, really cool. Highly appreciate that. Yes. Definitely. So maybe I can show you actually what it looks like. This is my living room, basically. It's not really like, I still have a new lamp that is on my carpet that I have to get up, Yeah. That's basically my view. That's the fireplace, the fake one. That is my balcony, the door right there. That is one of the balconies I have. It's pretty much the other one is there. That's the other door. That's a small one. And yeah, as I said, it's a pretty large room actually. And I like it. Yeah. Let me see. Someone wrote something. Can I please get to the chat back? Alexandru Rusu, hi. Hey Dave, thanks for your great thoughts on the Adieu music video. While a lot of Germans don't like Rammstein, I tried to show the music video Deutschland and cite to my German friends, but he doesn't want to watch it even once. I mean, I guess there are multiple potential answers to that question. One of them is that Germans, for some reasons, many Germans, not all of them, of course, don't generalize, but many Germans have a hard time with appreciating something that is German and that is successful in the world for some reason. And I guess there are still also some Germans that haven't really bothered to really think twice about Rammstein, and they still think that they are like really right wing and everything, even though they are quite the opposite. So they may have gotten a wrong impression about them, and they stick to that, and they don't bother to check them out even more, because it's easier to stick in your or to stick with your preconception that is already established than to really reflect on it and try to find out if it's really true. I guess that might be one potential answer. Um, yeah, but it's an interesting topic, definitely. I may make a video about that at some point as well, because I always think of that myself. Like, why do many Germans not like Rammstein? I mean, of course, sometimes it just is a matter of taste, you know. If they don't like that style of music, that is the way it is. But that isn't something that would be exclusively like a German thing, though. So it's an interesting question, definitely. I don't think there's a like one, the only one answer to that. Let me put it this way. And maybe some Germans don't like the way Rammstein portray the German culture here and there. That they focus on the rather, or not always, but sometimes they focus on the rather, well, provoking things, basically, like Mein Teil, which focuses on the Armin Meiwes cannibal case. It's a true crime case from Germany, and maybe some Germans think, or maybe other people may get a wrong impression about Germans in general when they listen to Rammstein. Maybe that is one of the reasons. Um, hmm. I don't know. What do you think? Um, Nice setup. Thank you very much. Yeah. I actually like all of this basically. In this room, I actually like, apart from my personal belongings that I put into the shelves and everything, apart from those, what you just saw, like the TV and the cupboards and everything, the table, the lamps, everything was I basically bought from the previous tenant, because hi Kerstin, in case you're watching, greetings to you, greetings to Mississippi. She's German, and she emigrated to the U.S. because her husband, her husband is American, and she's been living there for quite a while. And then she moved back to Germany, and then now, actually, this year, in late June, early July, she moved back for good. She just decided to, you know, emigrate to the U.S. to him, to his place. They have a house there, and yeah, she offered basically as well. This flat was offered only with taking over and adopting, basically buying, purchasing the furniture that's in it. And I thought, yeah, I mean, in my previous flat, especially the kitchen, I actually bought that off from the previous tenant back then, which was an elder lady, like in her mid 90s, I think. And I wanted to do something good to her, and I said, I'm gonna buy off the kitchen, which was pretty old, and old machines and everything, and yeah, not the most efficient ones power wise, but I did it at the time. It was okay. And so this is pretty much a big step up for me personally. And I can't complain. I yeah, basically bought the whole interior of this flat, and moved in, and I didn't have to renovate pretty much anything, with the exception of my studio room, my office, because that was the children's room, the boys' room of her son, and I made that my studio room, and that was the only reason, or well, the only effort I had to take. Let me put it this way. Let me rephrase that. And yeah, but that's almost done. Like, I still have to put some soundproof things up on the ceiling. But yeah, apart from that, it's pretty much done. So I guess at some point I can actually eventually give you a little room tour, but not now. I'm gonna do that when everything's set up finally, and yeah, gonna show you around, I think. So harsh aspects, yeah, maybe. Uh, Split Reality, okay. Muss ich mir mal anhören, Tobi. Ja, mache ich mal. Hör ich mal rein. Danke für den Tipp. VCD Visire, I think. Why are German subtitles? First of all, thanks for tuning in. Hi. Why are German subtitles for German films, videos that are not specifically intended for language learners so bad? I've encountered subtitles that exactly matched what's being said only a few times. Also, hi. Couldn't say hi because of the character limit. Ah, I see. Okay, no worries. Yeah, sometimes it's, but that's a general problem with subtitles in all languages, basically. They deviate from what's actually being said quite often and quite regularly. I also noticed that and keep noticing that when it comes to YouTube videos or movies, series, it doesn't matter. I guess it has to do with the work procedure at some time, or in some cases at least, because I could see fit that sometimes they write the subtitles before the actual voiceover is recorded. And when they record the voiceovers in the studio, they may have some like adjustments done and rearrange words and the word order and the phrasing and everything to make it sound more fluent. Because sometimes, and I know that from writing scripts for my videos, sometimes I write something and it sounds great in written form, but when you try to say it and verbalize it, you actually notice that, well, maybe I should change that around. Maybe that word isn't the best fitting. I guess that is one of the reasons why that is the case at times. I'm not sure, I'm not in part of that industry, but I could see that fit. It's annoying though for language learners. I definitely agree with that. It would be better, like way better for you guys, if the subtitles were like 100% one-on-one match to what's actually been said. Yeah, that is definitely a complaint I can totally get behind. So, by the way, it's a big Paris picture frame here, which I also got from the previous tenant, from Kerstin. Lovely, lovely person to be around. We actually, now that she has moved to the Mississippi area, we actually talked about like sending care packages back and forth. Like she would send me stuff from America that I could taste test in my videos, maybe even, and I could send her stuff from Germany. And yeah, we're about to do that, I guess, soonish. Looking forward to that. Definitely. By the way, if you guys also want to send me something from your country, for instance, for like a little food taste test review video or the like, as a like an unboxing type of thing, you can always find my PO box address in the video description down below. So nothing expected, of course, but if you want to do that, you can find that there. Yeah, just so you know. The armored frog moves across the grass. What? What's going on? What is going on? I think it's because the exact translation a lot of times doesn't make sense. Yeah. I think that's another reason. Schon Konzertpläne für 2023. Do you have some concert plans for 2023 already? Tobias asks. Yes, I do actually. I'm gonna go to, I think, at least 3 shows next year. I already got the tickets for Depeche Mode, for Peter Gabriel, and for, what's the third? Porcupine Tree for the second time. All of those shows are gonna happen in June, like within like 2 or 3 weeks. So it's gonna be a incredible month, for music, and for as most of you may know, if you have watched my previous videos or live streams every now and then, I'm a big sucker for music. I love music, and I couldn't live without it. And I just love to go to concerts, especially with my dad, but also with friends sometimes. But yeah, we're gonna go and see Depeche Mode, Peter Gabriel, and Porcupine Tree live next year. But I'm sure that there's gonna be more. That being said, though, that means because the Porcupine Tree show will be on the same day as the Hollywood Vampires show, which I just noticed, I have to sell the Hollywood Vampires tickets. I have 2 tickets for the Hollywood Vampires in Oberhausen next year on June 20th. If anyone wants to have them for like the same price that I bought them for, nothing more, nothing less, of course, but a fair option, I think. Feel free to message me and hit me up. Oh, I should send you stuff from New Mexico. Yeah, feel free to do so. If you want to, of course, yeah. Don't feel obliged, of course, don't feel forced. If you want to, of course, Annette, that is greatly appreciated. And I will surely make an unboxing of that. That is like the standard thing that I'm doing. And sometimes, if it's food, for instance, I will also do a taste test review. Yeah, why not? Definitely. If you want to do that, green chili. Biscochitos. Oh, okay. Never heard of that, but that sounds intriguing. And coffee is always a great choice. Pinion. Pinion? Pinion coffee? Yes, that's how you say it. Rammstein, Deichbrand, Hurricane und Mainstream. Nicht schlecht. Vielleicht noch Iron Maiden, Electric Callboy, Blink-182 und Motley Crue mit Def Leppard. Okay, that sounds great as well. Yeah. That sounds cool as well. Yeah. So you guys, do you have any concert plans for next year? Did you attend any concerts this year? Because I went to like 7, 8 concerts. It was pretty loaded. It all began with John Diva and the Rockets of Love, which is, I don't know if it's like a band that is well known outside of Germany. I don't think necessarily. They play like 80s inspired hard rock, like Motley Crue and that kind of stuff. Pretty cool. And I saw them live in like a little small club here in my region in March with a workmate, co-worker. And the first proper, like bigger concert this year was Ghost. I saw Ghost live in April. Then on that during that concert, I basically got infected, as it turned out later. Like both me and my dad, we got tested positive for COVID. Luckily, like I had like 2 weeks fun with that, fun for 2 weeks. But like there were like 5 to 6 days where I could neither smell nor taste anything. And it was like headache and everything, nose was running all the time and, sore throat, all the, the usual suspects. And and after that, I went to the Tool show in Düsseldorf. After that, we went to Rammstein. First time seeing Rammstein live. Finally. I also made a concert vlog about that show. You can find that on my channel if you are interested in my impressions. And then we went to the Ärzte. Then we went to the the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then we went to the Porcupine Tree show like 3 weeks ago, around that time, which was awesome as well. Oops. I want to have there's the chat again. Pascal geht zu den Flippers. Ja, soll er machen. Viel Spaß. I also saw Alternative Ways, my friend's band, live for the first time, which was actually their first show ever. They play instrumental progressive metal. So if you want to check them out, Alternative Ways on Spotify. Pretty cool stuff. I'm not saying that because he's my friend, but I genuinely think it's cool. But I also say that because he's my friend. Yeah, both applies. Kan gewoon... I actually have Nightwish today. I'm about to see Nightwish next week. Yeah, I'm about to see Nightwish live next week with my dad on Thursday in Düsseldorf. We're looking forward to that. It was a concert that was originally scheduled for 2020 and then got postponed and postponed. You know that, you know. And now it's actually happening. And it's my first time seeing Floor Jansen live, their current singer for like almost 10 years, actually. She's been in the band. Great singer. Really impressive. Her vocal skills, from like harsh vocals to poppy vocals to rock vocals to more like lyrical singing, operatic singing. She can do it all. She can even growl. It's ridiculous. Ooh. Yeah, really looking forward to that. I did see Ghost. Twin Temple were like the opening act for Ghost. Yeah. Well, pretty cool as well. Pretty like something different. I really like that. We're going to all the same tours, I guess. Well, that means you have a great taste in music, I guess. Yeah. It would be interesting to count all of my concerts that I went to in my life so far. I don't know how many, like, multiple. I don't know how many. I can actually give you an estimate either. Like, it's been quite a few. I mean, if you also include festival performances by bands, it's even more, of course. Das Hurricane-Lineup könnte dich, glaube ich, auch interessieren. Okay, ich weiß gar nicht, wer da spielt. Bin ich jetzt gar nicht so im Bilde, weil ich nächstes Jahr nicht also höchstwahrscheinlich nicht auf Festivals gehen werde. All right, Annette, thanks very much once again for tuning in. That was greatly appreciated. Hope you're doing well. And if you want to, feel free to send me something. Hope you have a great day, great rest of the weekend, of course, and hopefully see you next time at some point. Thank you very much, and cheers from Germany. Bye-bye. I had a bloody upside down cross drawn on my forehead. Oh, okay, nice. Getting dressed for the occasion, I see. I was all the way in the front, got a rose from the singer and a pick from the guitarist. Nice. I actually was like a third row at the Ghost show. I actually, you can find pics like maybe 2 or 3 most of the time to all of my concerts on my Instagram, by the way. If you want to check them out and my impressions, I basically sum up all of my impressions there as well. It's basically like a little public diary for me. That is the way I use my private Instagram for the most part. And I gotta say, the pictures I took at that Ghost show, they're one of my personal favorite pictures I took on any concert ever. Pretty sharp, and because I was standing like in third row, that was cool. That was really cool. And it was like, I would see Ghost again, no question. Like, that was such a great performance in general. I was blown away by that, to be honest. Yeah. Mr. Lincoln Jason, hi, and no apologies needed at all because this was an unannounced live stream. Sometimes I'm doing these like guerrilla live streams, unannounced, and this is one of them. Sometimes, or like most of the time, it's a pretty spontaneous idea to do them, and so don't you worry. And of course, if you want to, you can always check the recording of the stream afterwards. Yes. Um, this is going to be another irregular live stream series of sorts, um, which is basically called the Comfy Cozy Couch stream series or so, because that is basically the scenario. I'm, you know, sitting on my couch and I'm streaming and I'm drinking cacao and basically I'm chilling in my living room, which looks like this. Yeah, that is the way it looks for me. Nice little fireplace going on the TV, you know. So, I have to catch up with you guys. Sorry. It was a very small stage that I was face to face with them. Alexandra even held my chin and sang to me for a bit. Wow. That must have been really cool. Those are like the memories you won't forget, you know. That's What are you up to today, Dave? And chat. Today I'm about to go to my aunt's place because it's her birthday today, and we're gonna celebrate with the family, like with some coffee and cake, you know, and a very German celebration in a way. And yeah, that's what's about to happen in like soonish. And but before I thought, you know what, just gonna have a little live stream with you guys. Um, and yesterday I worked on a the German Advent calendar, as I titled it, um, which will start on December 1st, of course, you know, and there's gonna be a new door opening each day. And yeah, it's something new that I wanted to try, and it was much fun to film that actually. It was a bit exhausting, to be honest, because of the the key lights that I have, the lamps in front of me. It's basically and me speaking all the time. It actually heats yourself up, and it also heats the room up, you know. So yeah, but I'm used to that as a creator, so that was nothing new. Let me put it this way, but it was still a bit exhausting. But I don't mind that. Also spielen welche irgendwelche Doktoren aus Berlin. Ah, Königin der Sternzeit. Aha, aha. Peter mit einem Affenkomplex. Ach, cool. Der spielt da auch. Peter Fox. Nice. Ich finde das neue Lied ziemlich cool. Ich hoffe, da kommt noch ein ganzes Album, aber ich glaube ja. Ach, also er spielt mit Seed. Alles klar. That TV looks sick. Yes, it is actually. It's like a 4K. I don't know what it actually is. Like it's the brand is Medion, which is pretty much like a comparatively low budget brand, but it works fine. You know, I basically took that from my from the previous tenant because as I've said a few minutes ago, I basically or the deal was whoever was to move in into this flat that I'm living in right now had to buy the entire furniture because the previous tenant emigrated to the US and I bought the entire furniture. That's basically the story. And I just love it. You know, I love the style of it. She, like Kerstin, the previous tenant, she did a great job. She had a great creative eye for things. She, as you can tell, loves blue. Uh, and yeah, you can basically find that everywhere throughout the flat. And it's I like that. You know, I really appreciate when someone has like an artistic mind, basically, like a creative perspective on things. So that is something that really um, drew me into this and into buying this, um, like the furniture and everything. And yeah, it's a nice flat. I really like it here. Gonna show you around soon-ish, I think, as a 50,000 subscribers special because I haven't done one yet. And I think it's gonna be a little room tour. We'll see. Oh, and yes, Slipknot, Rammstein, Feuerzone. Feuerzone-Tickets, nice. Aha, aha, aha. when she's coming over from the US. Ah, awesome. Enjoy that. Definitely enjoy that. Have fun. Mm, I would get Rammstein tickets for another show in my area, like in a split second. No question. I was really lucky that I actually got tickets for this year's Rammstein show that I attended in Düsseldorf because it was already sold out long before, and then they actually offered a few additional tickets. And I saw that on Instagram, and not gonna go in depth here. I'm gonna retell the whole story because I basically told the story in my vlog for that concert. So if you want to find out more how all that came about, feel free to watch my vlog. But it was like I was really lucky to get those tickets. Um, I also saw, but way later, sadly, I also saw that some people offered tickets to me to give some Rammstein tickets to me for like a Berlin show via email, which is like really really kind. And I want to say thank you once again to those people who offered those tickets. But I didn't see that in time, sadly. And apart from that, Berlin would have been quite far away from where I live. It would have been possible in a way, I guess, but Düsseldorf and everything in North Rhine-Westphalia, all those towns, they are more, yeah, applicable, more like rather possible for me to go to when it comes to concerts. Um, I'd better go too, but I wanted to say, ich habe diesen Kanal erst gestern entdeckt und das genau unter Titel Minecraft Let's Play stark genossen. Es hat wohl viel Mühe gefordert, ich werde dranbleiben. Thank you very much for saying that, VCD Versailles, and thanks for, joining the channel, that is always greatly appreciated. Glad you enjoy that, and feel free to tune in again. By the way, I've also made many more gaming-related videos, learn German with games videos, and I even uploaded a compilation of sorts with like over 9 hours worth of material for different games, so including Minecraft. So if you want to check that out, you can also find that on my channel. Andere Frage, hast du 1899, 1899 gesehen? Not yet, no. Not yet. I'm currently playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition, sorting out my trading hall. There are days where I also want to play Minecraft again, and maybe I'm gonna do that at some point, but I just don't have the time. And it may sound strange to some of you guys what I'm gonna say, but I haven't really played any game this year. I haven't played anything, whether it's old or new. I just didn't play anything this year so far. And you know what? I enjoy playing games, but I haven't really missed it. I regularly watch Let's Plays of games, so I'm still interested in gaming and games, and I will stay interested in that stuff, I guess, in the future as well. But I couldn't get myself around to play myself, play games myself again this year. Maybe that's gonna change soonish because I sort of want to do more live streams again on my Twitch channel and play some games and record some new Let's Plays. But this channel is my priority, so it's pretty hard for me most of the time to find the right balance in regards to how much time I want to invest in other things, other hobbies. And I'm not talking, about meeting friends and everything, but other hobbies that I'm gonna do myself, for myself, including playing games. It's sometimes I just don't have the time. So we'll see if that will change at some point again. Der spielt schon Solo dort, alles klar. Guys. So, gonna drink some more of the delicious cacao. Mhm. Very delicious indeed. I just started watching, talking about games. I actually just started watching a Let's Play of Resident Evil Village Shadow of Rose, which is the DLC, Shadow of Rose. Watching this on Co-Carnage channels, or his channel, his YouTube channel, which is basically like stream recordings uploaded as a Let's Play. And he's one of my favorite creators, to be honest, to watch those things nowadays. Apart from, Gronk, who I also enjoy watching. He's one of the most well-known, one of the most popular German streamers and Let's Players. And yeah, still enjoy watching him. Um, and even though it's not Let's Plays, but it's also gaming-related content, I really, really love watching Kadikorus. He's a British YouTuber, British creator, who really makes funny videos about video games. Not like the overly serious reviews on games, that is not his style, but British humor flavored with gaming-related content. That's cool. Kari is really cool. He just reached 1 million subscribers this year, and he's about to be releasing a Spyro-related celebration video, basically, for 1 million subscribers. Really looking forward to that one. And yeah. Kai Syversen, hi. Hi, Kai. Rhyme. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? How are you doing? This is another like a little new live stream format, basically, which is the cozy, comfy couch stream. Me streaming from my couch without all the streaming layout, everything that you usually see in my streams. It's just me sitting on my couch talking to you guys, streaming, enjoying a little bit of relaxation time with you. And yeah, I like this. I basically, yeah, I should do this every now and then, I think. Was it 2 years ago? I mainly also made like out and about live streams, where I basically walked or went out for a walk and I took you with me on a live stream. I might do them again at some point as well, but yeah, this is also very cozy. CD3PO, hi. CD3PO. Is it like a pun? Hi, new viewer and subscriber here. I found you through my love of Rammstein. Wow. Okay, that's really cool. Thank you for tuning in. That's greatly appreciated, CD3PO. How are you doing? Thank you very much. And thanks for checking out my videos, of course. That is greatly appreciated. Really. I really, really appreciate your interest and support. So did you find my channel through the Adieu videos? The most recent ones? I wonder. Whoop. I'm currently zombie curing about 60 villagers using a zombie with a sharpness V diamond sword, and it hurts when he hits. I can imagine that. Sort of. I mean, not really. I haven't met any zombies yet, but yeah. Lieblingsfilm 2022. What's your favorite movie released in 2022? That's a good question. That is a really good question. I actually can't think of like too many movies that I watched this year either. I haven't really played anything this year, and I haven't really watched too many movies this year either. Was like the Fantastic Beasts movie, was that from this year? I think that was okay. Yeah, it was not the best of the series, but not the worst. Yeah, it's okay. The Batman, I haven't seen that one yet. No. But apart from that, I I don't know. I really can't answer that question, even though I should actually think about that more because I'm about to, of course, have another end of year live stream in December, late December, and during that I will also summarize those things. But there's going to be certain things that I can't really say too much about, including games from this year and movies, basically. It is yeah. But I definitely need to catch up on certain things. Yeah, I haven't really seen House of the Dragon either, and I have neither seen the. I always forget the name of that, the Lord of the Rings series. Even though you know what, gotta be honest. Comparing those two, I'd much rather want to see the Lord of the Rings series than the House of the Dragon one right now, because I don't know why. I don't really have too much interest in checking out House of the Dragon at the moment. I don't know why. I really like Game of Thrones, and the last season, of course, everyone knows that, but it's a great show, and I really enjoyed it. But don't, I'm not really too interested in that at the moment. I don't know why. Maybe, but I'm definitely about to check out the Lord of the Rings series. Um, ja, The Batman kann ich nur empfehlen, gerade wenn man es düster mag. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. The Batman. That's the one with Robert Pattinson, right? Yeah, I think. I believe so. Yeah. I guess, sometimes I think I just need to make a list of things that I need to catch up on at some point. It's because sometimes I just, there's certain days on which I remember to, oh yeah, I still need to watch that, and I still need to check out that, and then a day later, it's basically gone. I can't remember it, so I guess I need to make a list of those things. I found you in August, September this year, funnily enough, just a few days before the name change. I see, and yes, my name is a pun on C3PO. I like that. That is really cool. Always appreciate puns. Puns, puns, puns. Okay. Yeah, I basically changed the name in mid-September. Yeah, that definitely works. Aber so schlecht wie Batman und Robin mit Annie kann es nicht mehr werden. Habe ich auch nie gesehen. Sorry. Ich habe da, it's strange with Batman because I'm a big fan of the Christopher Nolan trilogy, and part of me says, okay, that's enough Batman that I need in my life because they are great movies, and I don't need more Batman because they are great. And why should I need more? Because sometimes I think, when you overdo a certain thing, whether it's like a series with too many seasons, The Walking Dead, it doesn't really get better all the time. The longer it takes to get to the final episode of something like that, and if it's different adaptations, for instance, the Joker, that is something else. Because the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix is completely different to the Joker in The Dark Knight, for instance. That is a different approach. That is something different. I would make that distinction. But if it's just like more of the same, in inverted commas, I don't know. Same, and I don't want to, how should I put it? Um, I don't want to diss, in a way, the actors and the team involved in making the Saw movies, but after the third one, I didn't see a reason to continue watching, to be honest. It was more of the same. Even the second one, it's, new methods to kill off people. Wow. Okay, how creative. Um, just, that's not my thing, to be honest. I'd much rather watch it like two really, really, really good movies front to back instead of watching seven movies in a series of like a anthology maybe, and the story and everything getting weaker and weaker with each movie just because it brings money, just because you can make much money with it and there's a market for it. Economically speaking, I get why they do that. As I've said before, there's a market, and when there's a market and people want to watch that, they're going to produce those movies. That's as simple as that. I totally get that, but it's not for me all the time. There are a few exceptions with like movie series with like 4, 5 movies even in, where pretty much all of them are, yeah, at least like really rock solid. Some of them are like way better than others, but all of them are rock solid. But I feel like it's the minority. And most longer video or like movie series, I mean, I can think of, the longer they took and the more parts, the more movies they released, the worse it got, quality wise. And, sometimes you watch one of those movies and you think, okay, why did they make this movie? Apart from making money with it? Because, like, plot wise, there wasn't a reason to make this movie. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And this is. But that's just me. Maybe, yeah, other people think about that differently, and that's totally all right. More power to them, of course, spreading the good vibes. Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face. Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight, yes. That was one of the rare occasions on which I really was blown away when I got out of the movies, the cinema. I was like, there are like 2 or 3 of those experiences in my life that I can recall where I actually watched a movie and I was totally blown away by it, from front to back, and I couldn't like grasp it really. And The Dark Knight is one of them. When I watched that in 2008, when it was like new and was just running at the movies, I was. I can vividly remember that. I was really blown away. And that basically made me a fan of Christopher Nolan and made me check out his other movies, Memento, The Prestige, and of course later on Inception as well, which was a similar scenario. I was really blown away by that as well. And yeah, he's one of my favorite directors, definitely. Um, the one thing that makes sense with those movies are profit. Yeah, that is what I basically try to say. But that's sometimes I feel that's the only reason to make them. And if that's the only reason, I'm not interested in those movies for the most part. I really watch movies for like a good plot and something like an emotional journey. I can get pretty emotional when I watch movies and series when they really touch me. Um, and basically, sometimes I feel like I'm like a sponge and sucking all that in and, reflect on that while I'm watching. And sometimes it just hits me. Same with music. That is why I love art. It is escapism at to some degree. Yes, it is. But I embrace it. And I think it's important to really have like escapism mechanisms. That's an interesting phrasing. Escapism mechanisms. Uh, Especially in these times, with like really fast life and globalization and things getting more complex instead of getting easier by the day. I think it's important to have that. And that is also one of the reasons why I'm, doing a little live stream like this one. Just sitting down and talking to you guys. I could do like thousands of other things. I could edit the remaining advent calendar episodes now. But instead I thought, no. It's Sunday, and in Germany, we don't work on Sundays, with the exception of like gas stations or like bakeries. But for the most part, for the vast majority of companies, they don't work on Sundays in Germany. Never, ever. With the exception like of a few special days, where they are open on Sundays as well. But it's basically a day off. The last official day of the week in Germany is the Sunday, and it's pretty much like a day without work. And even though, technically speaking, this is work as well, because it's part of my channel, but you know what I mean. There's a new movie coming to Netflix on Thursday, Troll. Norwegian made and based on Norwegian mythology of trolls. Ah, okay. Never heard of that movie. Interesting. Have you seen the Rammstein covers done by Swedish artist Carl Johansson and or Cosmonaut Music's extended Rammstein mixes? If not, I highly recommend them. I don't think I have, no. I only know of the piano versions, and I really like them a lot. I gotta say though, they can be interesting, those like remixes and everything, but I'm not the biggest fan of remixes in general. I much rather want to listen to the original, and that's it. That's just me. I mean, there are great remixes sometimes. For instance, in 2004, Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park released a remix of Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode, which had the numb style, the numb keyboard sounds in there, playing the melody and everything. And that added something new to the original. Like it's basically like a nice cover version. And I can appreciate that. That is a great cover. I really like that. But when it comes to remixes, I'm not really interested most of the time. I'm sorry. Which is no like reflection on whether it's like a good remix or a bad remix, or whether I like the artist or not. That doesn't have anything to do with that. I'm just not that interested in remixes. For the most part. Yeah. Never been. Cover versions, that's a different thing. If it's like a cover that adds another twist to the original, that is my only condition that I have in order to really appreciate a cover for what it is. If it's just pretty much the same style, the same tempo, the same instruments, and just re-recorded, there's no reason to record a cover version, I don't think. But of course, once again, profit and money. Yeah, wow. There's a cover version of what's it called? Diamonds by Rihanna that I can think of. It's calmer, it's like mainly with piano. But it really doesn't add anything. It's like equally calming. It's equally, yeah, same tempo basically, same melodic phrasings and everything. Not too much variation going on in the sound and arrangement. So, and that is one of the examples, one of the things that I think, why? Currently, it's really annoying. I'm sorry, a little rant here. There is a cover version of Eiffel 65, I'm Blue, on German radio, playing on German radio. I don't know if it's played on international radio as well. It's so damn annoying. And I actually thought about that the other day. Think of the current top 10. The charts, the current top 10. Without knowing it, I would make a few assumptions on it. I don't know if it's true. Feel free to check it if you want to. I'd say like out of those 10 songs, at least 3 of them will have a reggaeton beat. Dum, 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 dum. You know that beat because it's pretty much played in every second song on the radio at the moment. Pop radio, mainstream radio, that is. And even though, I like the beat itself, it's so damn monotonous and annoying when every second song has that beat in it. It's not creative. It's, we have to do this because it's a hip, a beat at the moment. We just have to make like a reggaeton beat and incorporate that in our song because, everyone's doing that at the moment. Wow. really original. That is one assumption that I would make. A second assumption is out of those 10 songs, at least 4 have some sort of or some degree of autotune in them or melodyne, which is basically similar. Autotuned vocals. Out of those 10 songs, almost 5 of them will have extremely heavily compressed vocals, because that is a thing these days as well in modern R&B and pop music. Vocals don't have dynamics in them anymore. They are like compressed and basically flatlined, loud most of the time, which is not so pleasant to listen to, especially on headphones, I don't think. Yeah. And the fourth assumption I would make is out of those 10 songs, at least 2 of them, maybe even 3 or 4, are cover versions of 90s or 80s songs, especially 90s songs. How original. Wow. And there's another assumption I could make. The fifth and final one that I can think of spontaneously. Out of those 10 songs, there are at least 6 songs that will have 5 or more songwriters in the credits. Because, you know, many modern pop songs have like a whole army of composers behind that and producers sometimes. It's ridiculous. And when you look at that, you know, and you don't know the song and you just look that up and you see, okay, oh, this song, I haven't listened to it yet, but this song has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 composers. Wow. That's got to be like the new Bohemian Rhapsody, right? It's going to be a really, wow, mind-blowing experience to listen to that song. And then you listen to the song and it's, yeah, it's the most banal thing you can think of. Partially also because it works though. And nothing, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with like simple music. That's not the point. There is much, like many great artists that produce minimalist music and simple music. And I also like great pop music, you know, that's not the point. But if it's like uninspired and if it, you know, why do you need 10 composers? It's sorry, rant over, but it just keeps bothering me. It keeps bothering me as someone who really appreciates music as an art form. And yeah. Covers can be tricky. Just look at another brick in the wall. There are too many covers that don't add anything to it. One exception is Korn's covers. I definitely agree with that. Word Up is a great cover and Another Brick in the Wall. Both great covers. Because they also have like this typical Korn twist, and the sound and everything, and they add a really like a darker, more brooding quality, especially with Another Brick in the Wall, I think, which I really enjoy. Yeah, it's one of their strong suits, definitely. Fierce Blue Goat at gmail.com. Levens, hi, thanks for tuning in. I would love to see you do a translation and review of the Böse Onkels. Gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of that band. So it's quite unlikely that I'm gonna do that. I'm sorry. Nothing against everyone or anyone listening to them, of course, but I'm not the biggest Böse Onkels fan. Probably not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Same with Sound of Silence. When Disturbed's cover is one of the few that adds something to it and doesn't ruin the original. Same. Yeah, I feel the same. That's a great example of another well-done cover as well. I lived in Germany back in the 90s and many of my friends like them. Yeah, there are many, like, I guess many Germans that like them. Nothing wrong with that. back in their early career, they released a few really questionable songs with questionable lyrics. Like bit like xenophobic and right-wing stuff, and they have distanced themselves from that. Fair is fair, but they definitely have their sound, nothing against that, but I'm just not into it really. So how about the Toten Hosen? That could be possible, yes. When you're German, sometimes it's like you either listen to Die Ärzte, the band Die Ärzte, or you listen to Die Toten Hosen. Or, I like both, even though I'm actually prefer Die Ärzte by quite a lot, to be honest. But I also like Die Toten Hosen in general, so I may actually do one or two videos about them in the future as well. Yeah. Haven't really covered them on my channel yet, so it's definitely possible that I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Coldplay's done a cover tribute to Chester from Linkin Park. Yes, I saw that. Yes. Coldplay is another band that I would really like to see live at some point. Really like Coldplay, especially the early stuff, but also the later stuff. I really think that Chris Martin is a pretty talented and unique songwriter. Definitely. What about some Lindemann tracks? Schlaf ein is such a beautiful song. I actually have made a few videos about a couple of Lindemann tracks already. So Knebel being one of them, Steh auf, Ach so gern. What was the other one? Ich weiß es nicht. Yeah. But potentially there's going to be more in the future. Won't promise anything, but maybe that's gonna be the case. I really liked your reviews of Rammstein, and I love the covers of Kraftwerk and Depeche Mode. Yes, Stripped by Rammstein is a pretty cool cover as well. Definitely. Definitely a good idea to make a video about Germans' attitude towards Rammstein. For your viewers geography list, I am from Moldova. Wow, cool. Already 8 years in China, so watching you from Guangzhou? Guangzhou? That is cool. Greetings to China, of course. I keep saying that in basically every single stream, but it really blows my mind that people from all over the world watch my videos. It's really, really impressive and humbling. That's really about that as well. So, Das Model, yes, that's a great Kraftwerk cover as well. Definitely. Really like that. It's a nice flavor, like with the heavy guitars and everything, fast-paced guitars. Okay, guys, we're slowly but surely coming to an end for this live stream because I have to get myself ready for the birthday party, the birthday of my aunt that I'm about to attend. So waiting for Eisbrecher verrückt. I made a video about Was ist hier los? Yes. But I haven't really made one about verrückt. That's true. There may be one or two like album listening parties coming up with, or for one of those, or multiple of those bands. Die Toten Hosen maybe at some point. Eisbrecher, when they have released their new album with their new singer, who is still unknown. to this point, or at this point. Yeah, we'll see. Tell your aunt we're wishing her a happy birthday. I will do that. Thanks very much. That is very kind. Okay, guys, I think that is it for today. Thanks for tuning in to this spontaneous, comfy, cozy couch live stream. Yeah, this was much fun. I'm gonna do that every now and then, I think, like as a little relaxation thing for you guys, for me, guys. Just grab yourself like a cup of coffee, a cup of cacao or whatever, warm milk, maybe even with honey. And just relax with me. That is basically the concept of these comfy, cozy couch streams. CCC. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this as well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking the questions. If I haven't answered your question necessarily, maybe I overlooked it or something like that. That I didn't do that on purpose. Sometimes I just have to, to catch up with the stream and with the chat. And because I like to talk a lot, as you may have figured. By the way, one last thing, or two last things. There's going to be a German Advent calendar special in December coming up on this channel. Stay tuned for that, starting on December 1st, of course. And if you enjoy a German, especially me, maybe in this case, talking quite a lot, and using that as a German listening practice, feel free to check out my podcast. It's titled The German Podcast. It's the most creative podcast name in the world, I know. But it is what it is. It's a podcast in German with me speaking German and talking about many different topics. So far, I've released 84 episodes. The latest episode has to do with The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, the Netflix series. And I talked about that with my dear friend and bro, YouTube bro, Get Germanized. He was a guest in that episode. So you can find the German podcast on pretty much all common streaming providers and platforms and everything. You can find links to that as well, in the video description down below. There's always links to that as well. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. That's greatly appreciated as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of the day and see you soon. Thanks and definitely tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye bye. Bye bye. There's the end.